'Tis a season of goodwill and giving gifts, and just like every year, Middlesbrough rock up to Ashton Gate and gift 3 points to Bristol City. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Where the Boro Walk. We've got Sarah, Craig, Jonathan and Sean fresh back from Bristol to give their view on just what went wrong. Lots to discuss this week. Thank you for your company yet again on another 20 minutes of Middlesbrough chat. Coming up then this week, Les says we were very poor today and we had 26 shots and only 3 on target. Strelic was poor again, and we desperately need a new out-and-out striker in January. Can we have a yes or a no, please, on when Strelic is good enough for this league? That debate is coming up in a second. Plus, we're also asking each of these panellists to give a player or manager or someone a gift this Christmas. Who will that be? Who's the best away fans that we've seen at the Riverside? And I'll tell you the one team that's picked Borough as the best away fans shortly as well. Who's the player of 2025? And we're ending it, of course, with a big thank you to our Hammarby fans. That to come as well. Plus, we're up to the letter K in our alphabet. Goodness me. Sarah, last week we were waxing lyrical about how good Hellberg was, and Gerald Struber sussed you out, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think we can say Hellberg is over after one defeat. Yeah, it was disappointing to come away with nothing. I thought we played extremely well in parts. But yeah, Struber did do a job on us for sure, and they defended. I mean, they had some like 28% possession. They weren't interested in playing with the ball, of course. But yeah, just not enough quality in front of goal, and as you've said already, the striker situation is certainly a problem for us now.
Yeah, shall we get into that debate then, shall we? As a raise of hands, let's just see if you agree with this statement. Strelic is good enough for the Championship this season. We're happy that he's going to be our main guy. Raise your hand if you agree with that. Okay, right. Craig, talk us through why you're so convinced then.
Do you know what I said when I think he'd only played 1 or 2 games, and I said I just love the way he carries himself. He reminds me of Boxic. He has that arrogance about him, and like a look and a kind of but he's taken that aside. His touch, he can see a pass, he can finish. And I know Saturday wasn't his game, wasn't a good game for him particularly, but a good one in the team with. I mean, that's only his 5th game. Oh no, sorry, he hasn't played all games under Hellberg, has he? Is that his second start under Hellberg? So given time with the system and working with Tommy Conway, I can't see why he won't score a bagful.
Okay, you know my role is to play a little bit of devil's advocate on here as a neutral, Sean. So I'll bring these stats up for you. You've seen these, of course. I'm sure. 27 shots on goal, 3 of them on target, none of them big chances. 72% possession with an XG of 1.87. That would suggest to anybody, of course, studying football statistics, that you have a problem in the striking department. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think we've maybe overperformed under Hellberg in the first few games, in that some of the areas have clicked very, very quickly. But we've had 2 managers this season and a completely different way of playing, with some players that are still trying to find their feet in the league. So, you know, to blow away Hull with 4 goals in the first half, you know, and some of the football that we've played, I do think it'll click at some point. It's just at this moment, Conway, Strelic, and even Seni, who's sort of in and out of the side, we're looking for one of them to just hit a purple patch and start knocking them in. But I'm happy with the approach and the way that we're playing football. It's very exciting, and I think it's only a matter of time. Yes, we created a lot of chances or opportunities to do more with the ball at the weekend, and we should have put more in, and we missed opportunities that we shouldn't have done. But I think it'll come, and I'm happy with the kind of football that we're playing. I think if we keep approaching it in that way, then I think it'll come.
Sean, so you
together there. Sorry, Sarah. Was that for the Borough team on Saturday? There was no big chances.
That was from the end of the game, yeah. According to
there was that Whittaker chance then. That's the biggest chance of the lot. So I question the stats.
Okay.
I agree a little bit, but I just think on the striker thing, we've got Strelic, Conway, and Sen, and all 3 of them are not in any kind of purple patch. That's all I would say. and we need one of them to be in a purple patch. So it's who's going to do it and when, and it doesn't look like it's imminent.
But who, if we get into January, who do you think is going to be available? And it's like gold dust, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if we attract another striker as good as what we've got there. And as Craig alluded to with Strelec, he has got ability. And I know we can only say that for so long, but we can see the runs he makes and the touches and the technique he's got. I think if we just stick with them, I think it'll come good. Yes, I do expect him to be in the hunt for a striker, but I also wouldn't advocate, desperately throwing money at somebody. We saw what happened with Iheanacho last season and our desperation to sort of push on. I just think the group as it is, I think will come good.
Yeah, you know what, as well, I like the contrast we had last season as well. I liked Lath and Conway. I thought were a good complement to each other. They didn't play together, but Lath was in behind and had pace, and then Conway offered something different. And I think if there's something to come in January, I'd like to see some pace. That's what if anything. But same as you, Sean, I don't mind. I'm happy with Strelec and Conway, and I'm sure stuff will come good for him. But if I'm being greedy, I'd want sort of a striker with pace.
Yeah.
Okay. It's becoming a bit of a bogey round, isn't it? To be fair, Matthew says we always lose there, so I'm not too bothered. Blackburn at home, we have to win that, so we don't let Ipswich catch us. And to be fair I was playing a little bit naughty earlier, but Bristol City fans did say they're the best side. You're the best side they've seen at Ashton Gate so far this season. Craig, you watching out for others' results now? Are we at that point where you when you see it's gone 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday, or Sheffield Wednesday have got one back? We there hoping for a Sheffield Wednesday equaliser and watching other results?
Yeah, I've been like that for about 6 weeks. There's, like I said, I think a couple of weeks ago, I said there's some massive teams, and if they get a good run together, I know Sheffield United are probably out of it to touch us now, but like Leicester, Ipswich, and you're thinking if they get a good run together, Southampton as well. And to be honest, as soon as our match finishes, I check and I think, right, how did they get on? What's the gap now? But I think it's like the autism in my brain. Like, I look on and I think, right, how many matches are gone? Right, so we'll get to 10 games, get to 15 games if we're still in the top two. And now is it 22 we've played? So the next Boxing Day we're halfway there. So if we're halfway there, we're going to be in the top two anyway because they can't catch us on Boxing Day. So then we're in the second half of the season, and then we're thinking, right, if we can just keep the gap. Mm-hmm. And we will have a downturn of form because everybody will have. Coventry will have as well. But I'm still looking over my shoulder. But that couple of points gap and the gap between us and seventh as well is like I'm still counting on that because it's the pessimist Borough fan, isn't it? It'll all go balls up.
Speaking of pessimist Borough fans, here's the worst one I've found this weekend. Sarah, as you take on this one, Reggie's on the Borough says, it shows how poor we are when we can't just get the Route 1 system to work. Delano needs to go. He is effing you know what. Whittaker was overly greedy today. Hackney was a soppy bollocks and was just one of them games where you could play all night and it wouldn't have changed a thing. Do you agree with all the above?
No. I'm not a fan of Bergsog, and I do agree that I would like to see him moved on in January, if I'm being honest. And I think another player to come in to be able to replace, he just doesn't offer enough for me. He doesn't bring anything to us, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan. But Whittaker had a good game, I thought, on Saturday. I think he was one of our better players. So I think it's too quick to criticise. He definitely was. He was wanting to score, which I understand, but that's not a bad thing, right? I kind of wanted him to want to score. Hackney, again, I don't know why. As soon as we have an off game, we have to look at Hackney, and it drives me crazy, to be honest. Maybe he wasn't as great as he's been in the last three, but he was still probably one of, if not the best player on the pitch. It's just, I don't get our fans sometimes. It's straight away. We've won 4 on the trot. You're not going to win every game. It's not possible. Bristol City, I think we could. He's right in the sense we could have played till, Christmas Day, and I don't think we would have got anything because that's just the way that game was always going to go. It felt like. But I don't think we need to jump on this. I think we're a good team with good players and we need to be behind them. So that's my view on that.
we'll finish on a positive one then. Chris here says, a loss had to come eventually. No need to lose our head. City did their job and fair play to them. Luckily, it came when all the other results favoured us. We're still 5 points clear of third. It's how we react now that's more important. It could be worse. We could be Wolves. The Borough. Yeah. Just let it go, all right? Sean, Blackburn and Hull at home then. A team you battered a couple of weeks ago, of course, and a team that actually are far better away from home in Blackburn than they are at Ewood. 6 points the minimum here.
Our fancy is for both. I think our home form is going to be, it's the cornerstone of what we're trying to do this season. If we keep winning at home, and I think the guys at some point or other have mentioned it, if we just keep picking up points here and there away, and get that sort of average 2 points a game and keep ticking over. I've said it now, but I fancy us for 2 wins there.
Okay. Coventry play Ipswich, Sean, the same day. What result do you want in that game?
I'm not going to lie. I do look at the other results, and I did look at Coventry and think we've got Southampton and Ipswich in the next few games and stuff. But we just need to keep picking up the points. I mean, a draw would be ideal. I think we don't want anyone to get any kind of momentum, and a draw keeps Coventry sort of in that striking distance, if you like.
Brilliant.
I still think we can potentially catch them. I don't see Coventry as these sort of runaway winners. I think they're going to have a patch where scoring more than the opposition won't necessarily do it every time. So yeah, optimistic. So let's go for the top 2.
Okay, thank you. Just a word on Kim, Jonathan. Brilliant after game interview yet again. He just seems to completely understand exactly what's gone wrong. Once again, last week we talked about how much we're enjoying listening to him. He's got a great footballing brain, hasn't he? Unfairly, he was described by somebody like Jurgen Klopp. I actually think he speaks a lot more sense than Jurgen Klopp, having what I've listened to.
Yeah, his words are effective, aren't they? He's a very good communicator, and we said this last week on the pod, didn't we? And it rings true again. So I thought his after-game assessment was good and accurate, and that's all you can ask for, really. So we had a lot of attempts on goal, if not what was it, 3, like you were saying earlier. So 28 attempts was a strong kind of area to be in, but it didn't happen for us. But I liked what he said in terms of, and the fellow who tweeted a minute ago that you just read out said, it's how you react to it, and that's the key to it. When it's good, easy. When it's good is easy. It's when things are shit and you've not won. How do you respond to it? How do you react? And I think that's the key for me. Even if Boxing Day Blackburn, if we go goal down, is that how do the players react to that? And that's always the key for me. Is how do you respond when their ships are down and things are being a bit shit. But go with what Sarah said, and the performance on Saturday was decent, to be honest with you. There was nothing wrong with it. We just didn't hit the net. And if Whittaker's goal had gone in, then that would have been a different game.
Brilliant. We want to just pause and say a massive thank you to everyone who commented on last week's video with Sarah and Jonathan of Craig and Sean were sadly missing from that. But we've got a new group of fans, Sarah, that have joined on. We want to say a massive thank you. Yeah. We do genuinely mean this when we say a massive thank you to all the Hammarby fans who contacted us last week and wished Kim well. So that was our best attempt at saying thank you and Merry Christmas in Swedish. Hopefully we got that right and we're not offended anyone. And if you're a Hammarby fan Jonathan's learned to spell it as well. So if you're a Hammarby fan and would love to come on here next week or in the new year and just talk to us about what sort of football you watch, that'd be absolutely great. Just drop us a comment below and we'll gladly get one of you on. Yeah. You're all doing your Christmas shopping in IKEA then? Yeah, supporting supporting the Swedes. Right.
I tell you the thing, Mark, in the comments, they speak so well in the comments as well. They're very considered. If you read through our comments, you'll always see a couple of ones that they're a bit hit and miss. But I have to say, all the Hammarby ones, they were hits, I have to say. And in terms of the way they spoke and their kind of insight and knowledge that they imparted, I enjoyed reading them.
Yeah, and it's quite refreshing, isn't it? Because I don't think I've seen a kind of a negative, toxic type of message where generally if a club comes in and takes your manager, aka them kind, like it's quite bitter, isn't it? But everyone's been quite positive and they've wished him well, and do you know what I mean? So it's they've been good.
I did see in one that said sack him after that, but when I clicked on the profile of it, it was a Hammarby fan. So yeah, sack him. It's Hammarby. Brilliant. Love the good humour. Right then, we've lots still to come this week, including our A to Z for the letter K. Before we get there, though, who's been the best away fans that have visited the Riverside so far? Hull fans said that you guys are the best team to have. Best away fans they've seen at the MKM. Sean, who for you has it been?
Coventry are pretty good, I think, when they come. I'm reluctant to say them because we have obviously a long-running sort of enemy who always seem to get one over on us. But yeah, they seem to be pretty loud when they're at the Riverside. I'm not saying any of our local rivals. I'm not giving them the satisfaction.
Fair enough. Craig, I think you've been to all the home games, haven't you? Who's been the loudest so far?
Yeah, I was going to say Coventry. I mean, like for years, I think Coventry. I mean, every time they come, well, to be fair, every time they come, they seem to beat us. So they probably love it. But I mean, the last game, I mean, obviously the one it was like 4-2. It was a great game, but they were loud and they were big. So I'd go Coventry as well.
Yeah, nods all around for Coventry. Any others?
It's good for me.
Okay, brilliant.
Very much,
Now we need your help with the comments for this next one. It's 2025, of course, is ending very shortly. This is our last record before the new year comes up. So, of course, it's only right we ask the panel to name their player of the calendar year. So this goes all the way back to January, of course, with Carrick, all the way through now to where we are with Kim in December. Which is the one player from those 12 months who you can put on a pedestal? Sarah, who gets it for you, please?
I mean, this is an easy pick for me. It's Aidan Hackney. He's just been, I think, in this last 12 months, he's really, really driven himself on. I can't look beyond him. I think he's been excellent. I would have said Ayling based on this season alone, but he was quite poor last season, so I can't really do that. But yeah, Hackney for me all day.
Right. Jonathan?
Yeah, you can't disagree. I can't. It's just Hackney. I was thinking about this earlier on, and you're like Britain's come on a storm since he joined. Jones has done it really well. Gilbert's played twice, but you can't say for the year. But there's some great performances, but for over the year, it's got to be Hackney. And my lad hits the nail on the head with Hackney, and I tell you what he says is that Hackney sometimes doesn't have the best pass, or sometimes doesn't have the greatest of games, but so much comes through him, and he's so inventive with his passing, and I think the team relies on him for that. That of course some of his passes go wrong because he's trying to be a bit different, look different ways, try different styles of passing, etc. So yeah, but anyway, Hackney all day.
Okay, nods from you, Sean, Craig, and Sean. Yeah.
1,000,000%,
all right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Congratulations to Aidan Hackney then. Player of 2025 for the Borough. Right, we're up to letter K in our alphabet. We're doing the encyclopedia of Middlesbrough. They've found some recent letters quite tough. Let's see if K has been difficult for them. Sean, who have you got, please? Or who or what have you got?
Not that many, actually. I did think about Carambo, but I would have liked to have seen him in a better era. We didn't really enjoy the football too much in the how long was the year? A season? 2 seasons? But I'd go maybe Chris Kamara. He's still synonymous with the area, and he's always a good ambassador for the club, so I'm going to go Cammy.
Okay, Craig?
Do you know what? I struggled a little bit as well. I mean, there was Dimmy. Shall I say his second name? Like he's got record clean sheets and stuff. But do you know what? I went the other way, and I've got a bit of a shit list. So it seems like they all played in the same years as well. Like Marlon King, Tamo King, Chris Killen, Kay Kamara, Dave Kitson, Neeskins Cabano. Like these players were shite. And it was like, Jesus, what state were our team in when these were coming in and were starting every week? And I was like, geez. So I went the other way, yeah.
Right.
They're on the naughty list.
Yes, you definitely are, and muted for future A to Z. Sarah?
I would have gone Kamara as well, but I'm going to say I've got to mention Aitor Karanka, right? he was, the only manager in the last sort of 15 years that's got us to the Premier League. So he's got to get an honourable mention. But I would go Kamara just purely because of the iconic status, and he still supports the area. And I have some personal connections to Kamara in terms of my family, knew his family, and yeah, I think, and he was he's very, very, very vocal in helping the area. I just think he's a great guy. So I like Kamara as a shout.
Brilliant. Jonathan?
Oh, listen, I got to get a little shout out to Borough Sniper because he gave me a couple on Twitter the other day. So Graham Kavanagh and Alan Kernahan, and Kernahan in particular, did well in the 80s. You know what? There's one that is a non-player one that we've missed out, and that's the Kirin Cup from 1980, Borough's first trophy. So it's some Dodge tournament in Japan that's actually still going, I think. I don't know who the hell we beat, to be honest with you, but we won a cup in 80. So the Kirin Cup. So I'll go with that. But what Sean and Sarah said, I got to say, Cammy gets a strong shout. I mean, he's Gibbo's mate. They went to the same school. They were born like a month apart in the same area of Borough. He's a Borough advocate. And we went to Eindhoven for the UEFA Cup final, and he was there in the square, and I missed it, but the lads chatted to him, and he's a big Borough advocate and a Borough fan. So I like the idea of Cammy, although Karanka probably runs him close, I have to say.
Okay. Right then, finally this week then, each of the panellists is allowed to give one gift to either a Middlesbrough player or any other player across the Championship, or a referee or a manager. Now, what would you like to gift? Craig?
To be honest, I'd love to give a bag of goals to Tommy. I think have I took yours?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. Yeah, I think I'm feeling my heart aching for the poor lad, like just how he is around the team and the energy, and how he is with the fans, and you could see that the players love him. And just please go on a run, just score some goals, just get your confidence up, and so I'd love him. I'd give him a load of goals.
Okay, Sean.
Well, in the theme of giving gifts that are recycled, it's good for the environment, I've got a little tactics board, and I really like Delano's Berg's all right, and I thought he could have this, but I'm going to keep what was on it last on there. Maybe he can pick up a few tips or something, but I'm going to give that to Della.
Okay. Jonathan?
I'm going to the gift of knowledge, I think, of lessons. If it was Carrick, I'd give him a lesson about being less stubborn and being more adaptable. If it was Edwards, I'd give him a lesson in integrity. And if it was Hellberg, I'd give him a lesson in rhythm, because so far in all the games he's done where he's tried to do the fist pump in rhythm, he's been useless and getting worse. So my gift to Hellberg would be a gift of rhythm.
Okay. Sarah?
So I was going to say Conway and goals, but if I could pray for one thing and give a gift, I would give a gift of fitness to Riley McGree, because my goodness, I just feel for that guy so much, and he's so important to us. And I know that he came off injured yesterday and the signs aren't particularly great. He's done his hamstring, it sounds like. But yeah, I just wish, he's so good. He's so talented. He's such a good pro. And it's devastating for him that he just cannot get a break with it. So that would be, and also for us actually as a team, because we are such a better team with him in it. I was also going to talk about Chris Wilder, and maybe he could get some humility tablets or something like that. But
I tell you what, it proper knocked us, didn't it, when he went off yesterday?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
really
big
did.
Time. Yeah. But he's only on for 10 minutes, and already there was a big gap between their two centre backs, and I could see him moving in off the left into that space, and he didn't get the ball in that area, but you could he already clocked it already, and as soon as he went off, Nipan kind of was more kind of left side and kind of stuck to that side. I have to say,
I thought he knocked the players as well, because they were pretty devastated. I thought the players themselves were down about the fact, because they all went to him as he walked off the pitch to give him a sort of a shake of a hand, a hug. I think they were knocked by it a little bit as well. And we lost a goal not long after that, actually. They scored not too long after.
Yeah. Before we go, I want to say just a genuine and a very heartfelt thank you to everyone who has supported this channel since its growth early in August, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas. We've got a couple of recordings going out over Christmas. We've got an interview which Sean and Craig did with an ex-Boro player, which we won't reveal who that is. Well, that'll be a surprise. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. We've got a review, of course, of 2025, and we've got our January transfers. So lots of Boro action. So stay tuned for all of that. Put your notifications on and watch all that. Have yourselves a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year. And we'll hopefully see you back here in 2026 with hopefully a League Cup trophy as a gift to look forward to. Fingers crossed for that. Wishing all four of you a very Merry Christmas, of course, as well. Thank you for all your good company and good cheer. Johnny Howson's safe, I hope, Craig, from you this Christmas. Yeah, no surprise visits to his house at all.
I've made a connection. I'm not saying anything yet, but
okay, right.
There's
Don't get us started. Merry Christmas, everyone. Watch out, Johnny. See you then.